Number one intention. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to be smaller. I thought smaller would make me happier. I thought smaller would make me more confident. I thought smaller jean sizes would magically just make my life better. I feel like this was just sold and ingrained in my head that smaller equaled better. Be honest. Have you ever desperately wanted to lose weight and you try all of the things and nothing freaking works? If that's you and you are dreaming of the day when you finally wake up and you're smaller and fitter and healthier and happier and all of the things, this episode today is for you. I'm going to share with you some of the things that I experienced when I went on my weight loss journey, some things that are kind of like duh, and other things are things that I really didn't expect or really shifted my mindset as I went through this journey. If weight loss is something that you've had on your mind, maybe you've struggled with this, if you know my story, I struggled my whole life with loving and accepting my body. Lots of cellulite, that's for a whole different, we'll talk about that later, but lots of cellulite. I just wanted to change my body. I was a dancer my whole life though. So I would quote unquote work out because dance practices are an intense workout. If you've been a competitive dancer, you know what I'm talking about. So for 3 hours straight, we are dancing for 3 hours every night, Monday through Thursday. So I didn't need to quote unquote add another workout, right? So for me, I always was just naturally in shape, I suppose, but I wasn't healthy. I would eat, go to dance practice, leave, grab a smoothie, Slurpee on the drive home, grab some French fries, whatever. I was just not a naturally healthy person. So of course, when I stopped dancing and I go to school, when I go to college, I naturally gain weight because that's normal. And I found myself constantly trying new things, diet pills, 1,200 calories or less. What are some of the things that you've tried to just simply be smaller? And as you know, I do not advocate for getting smaller. I do not advocate for losing weight. But the story that I'm sharing with you today, the things that I realized through my weight loss journey, I say that because when I started this about a decade ago, I was on a weight loss journey. That was my number one intention. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to be smaller. I thought smaller would make me happier. Woo! Anyone relate to that? I thought smaller would make me more confident. I thought smaller jean sizes would magically just make my life better. I don't know. I feel like this was just sold and ingrained in my head that smaller equaled better. Smaller equaled happier, more confident, all of the things. And so I say that, I want to share that with you because if you're here and you're thinking, Danielle, you told me you were going to bash beauty standards and say that we don't need to get smaller and we're powerful as we are and our bodies are perfect as they are. That is absolutely how I feel today. And that is how I coach and mentor my clients. However, when I started a decade ago, I was into the female empowerment world, but I was not into the body confident world. I was into the let's work out and eat healthy foods to lose weight. So I want to be real, raw, and honest with you in that how I felt then and the purpose for my journey then, it changed over time. And some of those things I will share with you today, some of the things that I learned and I experienced through that. So if you're here, I just didn't want you to get confused at the beginning of why she talk about weight loss when she doesn't actually want to help anyone lose weight on purpose. And so that is why it is titled that way. But I struggled for a long time with my own weight loss, my own body acceptance. And I decided about a decade ago that I was going to try to make fitness more fun. I was going to force myself to eat healthier. Again, the goal was to lose weight, but I wanted to do it in somewhat of a different way than I had ever tried. I had tried all the drastic diets. I had tried, diet pills and counting points and calories and those things. But this time I wanted to do shorter workouts, find something that I would enjoy. I wanted to eat healthier. I wanted it to be healthy while also helping me lose weight. And so that's where I started. And I felt at the time that I was about 50 pounds. I wanted to lose about 50 pounds, okay, just to be honest. Because I felt like losing 30 pounds would get me to a point where I would feel my best. So that's what I started doing. I started working out, I started eating healthier, and I went on this journey and I learned some things that I want to share with you. So first and foremost, I realized quickly that there is not a finish line. If you are waiting like I was, where you're like, one day I'm going to be super fit. One day I'm going to figure this all out. And I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to be like, yes, I'm healthy and I'm fit and I'm done. It doesn't work that way. It never ends. You don't just stop working out. You don't just stop eating healthy. You don't just get to cross off a box on your to-do list. It's not like, hey, I'm healthy now, so on to my next task. It's a freaking lifelong journey. Whether that's good or bad, you decide. But it's a journey. And so I got on this journey without realizing it was a journey. I was on this mission to lose the weight for an end goal. And when I realized, oh snap, this is actually a lifelong journey, that's when it really started to shift for me. Okay, I can't do these intense workouts all the time. I can't spend this amount of time working out. I can't spend this amount of time and energy, focus and stress about the foods that I'm eating. I have to figure out how to make this fit into my life, the life that I actually want to create. I don't want my life to be all about food and fitness. I just want it to be one part of it. And so that really shifted my mindset after about a year or two to really say, okay, cool, lost some weight, awesome, but now what? How do I actually want this to be? So if you are waiting for the end goal to happen and that stresses you out, because it probably does, just like it did for me, of, oh, that number is going to make this so much better. Just remember, it's not a finish line. It's a journey. And so you get to decide right now what type of journey you want that to be and how you want that to look and how you want your everyday life to work. One of the things that happened throughout my journey is that I realized that haters come out of the woodworks, like out of nowhere. Just people have a lot to say to you when you decide to start. Look, I was one of those people, I refused to work out. I refused to eat healthy. There was a point in my life for several years, I ate McDonald's 2 times a day. I drank 6 Mountain Dews a day. Okay? So when I say I'm not a quote unquote naturally healthy person, I am not. And so if you're like that too, and you make the decision to start working out and to make it a priority, to start choosing healthier foods and make that a priority, there will be people in your life that don't understand your mission to improve your life. Right? They're going to celebrate you for the new job and the baby on the way and the wedding and the promotion and all the things. They want to celebrate you until you make the decision that you're going to work out, eat healthy, yada, yada, yada. And there's many reasons for that, right? Many of us want to feel better. We want that energy. We want to feel confident. We want to feel vibrant, as a recent guest of mine, Amber, shared. We want to feel vibrant from our health journey. But there are people who aren't ready to take that step just like you are, and they're on a different journey. And they don't understand yours, and it's not for them to understand. But I just want you, I wish I would have been prepared, and not with comebacks, because, I try to be like a nice person, but prepared for what people would say. I started having people, no one complained or said anything to me at certain points of my life until I did start losing weight, and they weren't concerned about me being healthy because I was probably the healthiest I had ever been. And I had people saying to me that were close to me saying, you should probably eat a cheeseburger. So let me also say this in this moment. It is not okay at any point in time to ever make a comment on what other people are eating and what their bodies are. Focus on your own plate. Focus on your own body. It's none of your business. Unless you are seriously concerned that they have an eating disorder or something that they really need help with, that you are actually concerned. But just to make a comment like that of what they need to eat or what they need to do, or they're looking sick or whatever, none of your business. Can I get an amen? It's none of your business. It's not my business. It's not your business. But that will happen if you have an experience like mine. So I just wish that I would have been prepared, that people would start commenting on my body, that they would have started commenting on the food that I ate. I was never used to that because no one said anything to me when I was eating McDonald's and drinking Mountain Dew and making unhealthy choices. No one had anything to say until I made different choices. So, you know, there's a chance that since it happened to me, it could happen to you. It might not, but just be prepared if you are on your journey that could happen. One of the other things is that I could not believe that how my body had felt for, I don't know, 5-10 years, it wasn't supposed to feel like that. I thought it was normal to eat food and then go have to curl up in a ball because your stomach hurt so bad. That happened to me. I thought it was normal to shake and to get chills because of the food that you just ate. I thought that it was normal to always be tired and exhausted and have no energy and never want to work out and never want to move and never want to do anything. I thought that it was normal that once you get a little bit older, you walk upstairs and you can't breathe. I thought that it was normal to have daily headaches. I thought that it was normal for my body just to ache and hurt and not feel good. I lived that life because I thought that was normal. I thought that's what everybody's body felt. I don't know, maybe you don't experience that, but that's really how my body felt until I went on this journey. And I quickly learned about my body. I got so obsessed with how my body worked. Right? The human body in general is so freaking amazing. You want to talk about something powerful? The body. The way that our body functions is just, it's magical. What it can do, how it processes foods, how it moves foods, how it uses foods, the nutrients, the vitamins, all of the things. My body and your body is an incredible machine. And when it's operating correctly, it doesn't have aches and pains and discomfort. You don't curl up in balls and hurt. You don't have the headaches. Now, obviously, there are situations where we have medical diagnoses that obviously that happens and that could happen. So I'm not saying that my journey with the goal of losing weight, that actually took me on a journey of body confidence and truly figuring out how to love and appreciate my body and take care of it. I'm not saying that it cures all problems. But what I'm saying is, from my experience, for the first time in my life, I felt what it was like to have a body that was fueled by really good food and lots of water and vitamins and workouts. It's a feeling that I decided that I always wanted to feel. I thought that, I just really thought that everybody's bodies felt like crap like mine. And it's not true. So if you're right now experiencing some of the things maybe I shared or other things, and it's not a medical diagnosis, perhaps once you go on your journey of self-discovery, of wellness, you might find that your body can feel really amazing. And you can finally feel connected to your body and have like a healthy relationship, right? I hated my body for a long time. Number one, because of how it looked. But number two, because I hated the way that it felt. Because I thought we were working against each other, right? I wanted to be happy, healthy, vibrant, energy. And my body was like, no, homegirl, like, we're miserable. Your stomach's going to hurt. You're going to have headaches. You're going to do all these things. And so when I went on this journey, I started feeling something I never felt before, except for when I was younger. I started feeling this feeling. I was like, yes, this is my body. I love my body. My body is literally operating the way that it's finally supposed to. All because I decided to go on a journey of making different choices. And so maybe you'll get connected to your body like I got connected to my body and truly found a healthy relationship with it. That's probably one of my favorite things that came from my journey. Another thing I realized quickly, happiness isn't found in smaller jean sizes. Like, I hate to break this to you if that's what you're waiting for, but I'm glad you're hearing it from me than someone else, or until you're waiting, right? If you were waiting for that moment, I'm glad that I can share this with you now so you don't expect it. When you reach the expectation that you have of weight loss, right? Like I had the expectation of weight loss, and you are able to fit into those dream jean sizes that we've sold you that you're supposed to want to fit into, right? You'll have a celebration, you'll have a dance party, yay! But then you're gonna go back to your normal routine because we've already decided that has to be a journey. So now you're just gonna get back to your workout today, you're gonna eat healthy today, you're gonna drink your water today, and it's just gonna be another day. You won't magically wake up in the morning happier than you did the day before. The numbers won't make you happy. That's it. Numbers won't make you happy. The scale will not make you happy. The scale is not a determining factor of your confidence, of your health, of your happiness. You got me? So I thought all I had to do was get to a spot, right? That look, that weight, that size. But what I found was that through this journey, what I found was that I needed to get to the spot where I looked in the mirror every single day and I was proud of the choices that I made. And I was proud of the person I was becoming. That's what created the happiness for me. And so it was a slap in the face when I lost the weight because, again, I had this idea of what that was going to look like. But the beautiful thing that came from that was that I realized that I could look in the mirror and love who I saw. And that would be my mission from that day forward. To no longer chase a number on a scale or a smaller jean size, but instead to chase looking at myself in the mirror and loving and appreciating who I see. Not what I see, but who I see. So don't chase a number expecting it to come with rainbows and butterflies. Because the rainbows and the butterflies that you're searching for, that you want desperately, they're found in your daily choices. That journey, the daily choices. Happiness is created and chosen. It's not reached or obtained. Woo, you got that? Did you write that down? No, you didn't. It's okay. Happiness is created and chosen. It's not reached or obtained. You get to choose happiness today. It doesn't come from your jean size. All right. I drove home the point, right? Okay. One of the other things that I was expecting when I went on my journey, when I went on my weight loss journey, was broccoli never ended up tasting good. And I'm going to have a lot of my dietitian friends coming for me. I love you too, but I know our taste buds are supposed to change. But again, I was eating McDonald's 2 times a day, drinking 6 Mountain Dews a day. So I expected, after at least a year or 2 of choosing vegetables and choosing lean meats and choosing healthy carbs and choosing, right, drinking the water. I expected that after a year or 2, I was going to think, dang, this stuff tastes good. Please hand me a carrot. I love how carrots taste. Spinach? Yes, please. Like that, I really thought that those would be my responses. Because that's what people told me. And I know there's some science behind that, so that's cool. And I love science. Yay. But reality for me wasn't that. The reality for me is that still a decade later of starting my journey, and now being a nutrition coach, a personal trainer, group fitness instructor, a body confidence and wellness strategist, this is my world. I know nutrition. I know, right, how to fuel my body. I know I make these choices every day. And yet, I still don't like the taste of vegetables. I never want to choose broccoli over French fries. I never want a carrot when someone's like, do carrots sound good? No, they don't. They don't. Do I want spinach? Absolutely not. Do I want water instead of a lemonade or pop? No, I do not. Do I choose those? Yes, but I don't want to. And I started thinking that something was wrong with me when I went on this journey because, again, I was sold this idea that my taste buds would change and I would start to learn how to like vegetables and like fruits and like all of the healthy choices. That never happened for me. It still isn't happening for me. But what I appreciate about this is that when I learned this, I also learned how to allow myself to make those choices even though I didn't want to. Because again, I trained my brain to start seeing food as fuel. I started helping myself to make those choices because I knew how they would help me feel. So I was able to ignore some of my taste buds at times. Now listen, I love me some French fries and some cupcakes and all the things. And I enjoy those. But if it was up to me and I never had to eat a vegetable again, and I could still be super healthy and get all the nutrients and the vitamins and all the things, I would never eat a vegetable again. Like, let's be honest. So if that's what you're expecting, it might happen for you, and I will be so happy for you. No, I won't. I'm going to be jealous, okay? If that happens for you and you crave some vegetables, I'm mad, okay? I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not happy. I'm not okay with that because I should be allowed to do that too. I didn't get that luxury. I wasn't born that way. Anyways, I digress. So I guess what my point is that you could be one of those special people that their taste buds change and you end up loving all the healthy stuff, or you could be someone like me, and that's cool because I'm really cool, so you're really cool, and that just means that we get to quote unquote force, for lack of a better word, force ourselves to eat the healthier options even though they don't necessarily taste amazing to us, okay? So that's something that was tough for me to handle when I was going through my journey, but also allowed me to work on my mindset and work on my relationship with food. And that helped me a lot. So take it for what it is. So again, I've kind of mentioned this. I also realized that the scale is like the worst, is a liar. It really had no impact on my journey. It did in the beginning because I was obsessed with that, which we can talk about, which I work with all my clients on. But I was obsessed with that because that was the goal. When I shifted my mindset, when I shifted the way that I viewed food and fitness and created a healthy relationship with my body, I realized that the scale is dumb. You can judge your results based off of how you feel. You don't need to take pictures or step on a scale or measure your jeans or, I used to use a measuring thing. Like, you don't got to do all that. You can simply, when you create a healthy relationship with your body and you learn how to tune into your body, then you can judge your results, judge the choices that you're making on a daily basis based off of how you feel and the mindset and the relationship you have with your body. And so if you're proud of your effort, your choices every day, then that's all that matters. The scale does not matter. So the scale doesn't define your worth and it doesn't define your effort. So for the love of all things holy, please step off of the freaking scale. Okay, I know I'm not your one-on-one coach right now, but there's one thing I can tell you, it's that getting off the scale will tremendously help you in your mindset. So keep going, stay consistent, don't give up no matter what the scale says, okay? If you are still using the scale, whatever, but just no matter what it says, you keep making the choices that are right for you every single day. All right, and then finally, your workouts aren't supposed to be punishment. Your workouts aren't supposed to be punishment. I thought they were supposed to be torturous. I mean, haven't you watched The Freaking Biggest Loser? Where they cry and puke during every workout? Now we understand, and that's why the show's not on anymore. That's not healthy. That's not how it's supposed to be done. But I thought if you worked out like that, if I didn't work out like that, I would never see the results that I wanted to see. I thought that's how you had to do it. But my workouts, when I started doing it, quote unquote, the right way, they weren't torturous. They were actually fun. And after a few weeks of starting my journey, I actually started to look forward to my workouts, which was really weird for me. Because the first 2 times I ever worked out in my life in college, I went to a group fitness class and I said, I will never do that again. And then another time I tried to work out at home and I was like, yeah, no, I cried. Not interested in this life. This sounds miserable. Who wants to do this? I'd much rather sit on my couch and watch Vanderpump Rules, okay? But I actually found myself through this journey of allowing myself to work out in ways that felt good to me. So I was dancing, I was doing cardio kickboxing, I was having fun music. If fitness isn't fun, I don't do it. And so I really started approaching my journey after the first few months. I made the decision that, you know what, I'm not doing workouts just because I think I'm supposed to. The world's telling me this. Other personal trainers say this is how it's supposed to be done. Because I know if I do that, I will never make this a lifelong thing. I will stop because that sounds miserable. So my workouts are fun. So I encourage you, if you're also starting this journey, before you get too far along and you start dreading workouts, please find something that's enjoyable, right? And also, your workouts aren't punishment for what you eat. Can I please repeat that for you? And repeat this to yourself every single day. Your workouts are not punishment for what you eat. I thought I had to punish myself for eating quote unquote bad foods, right? I'll work this off later, as if eating something I enjoyed was wrong. That was such an unhealthy mindset that I quickly learned was not benefiting me, because now I start hating workouts, and now I'm hating food choices. And when you're hating anything when it comes to food and fitness, it's never going to be a lifelong, healthy, happy journey, right? So we have to stop seeing our workouts as punishment. Your workouts aren't punishment. You don't have to feel like you're being tortured every single minute, and they definitely shouldn't be used as punishment for something you eat. Your workout is a way to love and appreciate your body and celebrate your body for what it can do. You know, not everyone has the ability to work out. You woke up today. You're somehow moving today, whether it's your arms, it's your legs, you are moving. When you work out, it's a celebration of your body being here. It's a celebration of what your body can do. And it's your time with yourself to focus on you. So if there's anything I can encourage you to do, is to find something you enjoy doing. And okay, so I was going to stop there because I think that was number 7. But I want to bonus you one, okay? Because this is something that I've struggled with the past about 2 or 3 years ago. You may feel pressured to label yourself, but don't let that stop you in your tracks. This can be a hot topic, and so I'll cover this in another podcast episode, but just quickly I wanted to touch on it as we're talking about a health, wellness, weight loss journey. I found myself stuck a couple of years ago, right? We live in this world now with social media where you feel like you have to be one thing and nothing else. Have you ever experienced that? I thought I was quote unquote body positive. I loved my body. I was in a space of, right? I created this healthy wellness journey. I'm a trainer, a nutrition coach, and I love helping women understand how society works and why they feel the way that they do about their bodies and how to do something about it to shift their mindset so they can go out into the world and live their most confident, powerful life. That's the mission. That's what I was doing. I loved my body. The cellulite on the back of my legs, I can love and appreciate it. The wrinkles on my face, I finally found a way to do that. And I was coaching and mentoring other women how to do the same thing. But yet I started seeing on social media and I started getting in my own head. Because I loved my body, but then I was starting to hear this message of if you're body positive, and again, this isn't everyone, but this is some of the language that I was seeing was that, it wasn't as accepting or encouraging of working out, of eating healthy foods, of women who wanted to lose weight. It was very much of, you have to think this way, do this way, believe this way, and the other way is wrong. And I never felt like I fit. I was like, well, I love my body, but sometimes I know when, my body has gotten to a place where now my knees hurt because I have gained weight. I don't use the scale, but I know when my body has changed because I know when I don't have as much energy. I know when, my stomach hurts again. I know when, I just know I'm in tune with my body. We have a great relationship. And she yells at me sometimes. She's like, homegirl, what you doing? So there were times when I was working out and I was like, wait, is this wrong of me? Is it wrong of me now to force myself to eat healthy foods? Because is that body love? Is that body positivity? Is that body appreciation? I don't know. And I didn't know where I fit in. It was kind of like this weird thing. So then I stopped everything. And I found myself back to being unhealthy, which I know is not what is encouraged through all these different movements that we have in the world. And so I know that what my thoughts were not fitting in anywhere. And I stopped myself. And I stopped myself in my tracks, and I started thinking that everything that I was doing was wrong or bad or not living up to actually my values and my beliefs, but it was something I wanted to do. And so I went on this crazy, weird journey. I don't know if anyone else has ever experienced this, and now I feel like, sharing this, because now I'm like, does this even make sense? I don't know, but that's why we're here, is to have important, powerful conversations that we can talk through these things together. And so I would love your feedback on all of this. Have you ever experienced that? Right? I know I'm supposed to love my body, but I want to change my body, but am I allowed to change my body? Should I change my body? What are workouts supposed to be? What is my nutrition? And it just makes you go on this crazy roller coaster of emotions. And so I just would encourage you, don't feel like you have to label yourself. When it comes to your wellness, fitness, nutrition journey, you don't have to label yourself. Make choices that are right for you, that align with your values, your priorities, and the goals that you have for yourself. Don't feel like you have to fit into a little bubble. Just make choices every day that feel really good to you. So at the end of the day, you can ask yourself, did I make myself proud? And am I creating a healthy relationship with my body? And if the answer is yes, then who cares what the freaking label is? So that was my bonus, because it was just something on my heart that I experienced a couple years ago. And in case you're experiencing that, I wanted to share. So there you have it. All the things I wish I would have known before I started my weight loss journey. I hope that 1 or 2 or 3 or 7 of these support you. Have you ever experienced any of these? Like, I would really, really, really love to hear your experiences. And so share this on social media if you think that this can help or benefit some of your friends. Share it with a friend. Drop a review. I'd love some positive reviews on the podcast if this is helpful for you. And I am so grateful that you're just here. And if you're on your journey and I can support you in any way, sister, just hit me up. Let's chat. I am here to help you step into your power. And if that's through a wellness, fitness, health, whatever journey, like, let's freaking do it. All right. I hope you have a powerful day. I will see you here next week. Bye, friend.